So these are basically the main things that every dwarf will by default do. It's basically just if there's stone to haul around, he will actually do that. Or same for wood or items. Which is basically why all the dwarves would, when I created the stockpiles in the beginning, they would all just drop whatever they were doing, or finish what they were doing, and then start hauling stuff over. And that's why. That's what they're all marked to do. Now if you want to run a really tight economy, you can actually just tell someone to only do whatever he's doing. Only to create, only work at the masonry or the carpentry or create weapons or anything really, or cooking, or just focus on one thing. Because you can have hundreds of dwarves literally. And yeah, that's very busy, so you can really tell some dwarves to specialize. So that's a really cool system. It's hard to manage though. It's a lot of micromanagement on that side, so that's a bit of a bummer perhaps. And these are the last three. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I haven't even gone into any of them myself, so. But that's basically how you can assign some new roles to your dwarves. So you might just want to give your, if there's not a lot of forest around, which in my case there is actually, you might just want to, like if the forest is far away from your base, you might just want to get what, if you're not digging a lot, you can tell your miner to actually help out with the wood cutting. If you've got a second axe to this that you selected at the start, so you actually got to think about a lot of stuff. But we're done here now, so let's press space to be done. So let's go back into real time. Again, those three are sleeping, so let's go back up the levels. There we go. So our stockpiles are filling up very nicely actually. Let's build some more doors, shall we? Because this is rather unsightly if you ask me. So let's cover the main hallway at least. Let's pressing B to build and then D to door. So let's place that. And here again. I just first of all want my main area, my main entrance to be having some doors, because it's very unsightly if you ask me. So we've still got a bunch of beds sitting there, which otherwise I would have assigned, but just to save some time. Even though I'm already here for like 70 minutes, so there's a lot to explain in this game. Let's actually make some other stuff, because we will want to. We've got a lot of stone, a lot of wood, but I prefer just using the rock, because that's easier to get since we're inside a mountain. Let's add a new task. And let's add a new task of a throne. You shouldn't really take it as a throne. It's more like a chair. So let's add that with the C. That's the shortcut. So let's create 5 of those. That should be fine. And let's also add a new task for a table, which would be the T for table. So it's basically AT, 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 AT. I think I screwed up the amount there. Another chair. Yeah, I should be having 5 of each. That would be good. So we've basically assigned our mason to go pick up some stone and create 5 tables and 5 chairs. Which hopefully you'll get to soon. Yeah, I might actually just be sleeping. Let's go into our units list and check, shall we? They will have no job. What the hell are they doing? Seriously, dwarves, what are you guys doing? Oh, he's actually the only one that has something to do. Well, that is obviously something that I've never seen, because, wow, normally there's always something to do. Always something to build, always something to make, you know. Well, let's just roll with it. It doesn't really matter right now. The mason just picked up some stone. He decided to not pick it from the stone pile, but instead go down the floor, go all the way down where we were mining previously, and pick up a rock from there. I'm not quite sure why, but he did. Now he's actually picking stuff up from the stone stockpile, which the other dwarves are refilling. As you just saw some dude coming from downstairs, just filling in the empty spot in the stone stockpile. And there he is again. I think that's one of our miners. He's just refilling the stone as it gets used. So it's a very nice system like that. Also, what you're seeing over here, which is kind of new to me, you saw some purple stuff around here. That was actually miasma. I'm just pressing K to look around, see if I can find any still. No, I guess I was too slow. I was too slow. That sucks. Let's see if it shows up again. Basically, because that's our food stockpile. So as I mentioned before, food can actually rot. And rotting gives off a very bad odor, so that all makes kind of sense, doesn't it? Because the bad odor will actually make your dwarf sick, and they can actually puke all over the place, and that will make them even more disgusted, and they'll just absolutely hate being there. And unhappy dwarfs will actually go nuts, or complain, or make others unhappy, or just annoy others, or in the worst case, if something really dramatic happens, like if you're getting attacked and some kid sees, because yeah, there's babies and there's kids. If a kid sees his parents get killed in front of his eyes, he will just go nuts, and yeah, he can just decide to not be able to take it anymore and just commit suicide, jump down a river, jump down a cliff, or just run into the goblins, try and get revenge, which is not something a kid should do. So yeah, basically I wanted to show you this little square. It's different from all the others. That's because I think that's flies. Yeah, it's a swarm of flies, which is not something you actually want to have in your food stockpile, so it's not a good thing. That does mean that something is getting to rotting status here. But yeah, the flies are sticking around there, so I'm guessing there's something rotting in that barrel. But yeah, flies will just really get attracted to your food stockpile. I'm kind of looking around for some for the purple stuff, miasma, the bad odor, but there's nothing anymore. We've basically got a bunch of tables now and a bunch of chairs, so oh, we've already got five of each. So let's actually place them. Let's press B for build. Let's press T for table. I'm going to place them. Might as well place them in this room. Actually, this room. I kind of like this room more. Don't ask me why. I'm going to place the table there on the X as always. I'm going to press enter. And it's going to ask me, well, what do you want to make it from, or which one do you want? Well, just the chalk table. That'll do. Now I'm going to press T again because I'm still in the build menu. I'm going to press enter, and we only got a granite table, so I'm going to press enter again. I'm going to press T and enter enter. T enter enter and T enter enter. There we are. We've marked 5 tables to be placed there. Now, obviously, a table is of no real use unless you put a chair there. So I pressed C for chair. Again, here now it does say chair or throne. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't have a mason, because a chair would seem more logical than a throne, but you know. Yeah, let's just place that at the same tables. C enter enter, C enter enter, because I don't have any fancy materials. And I've basically marked that all to be put there. So let's press space and see our dwarves put all the stuff there. See some dwarves coming from outside to help out. All goes very quickly as well. Dwarves are very busy. Only one table and a chair left. On table, and there it comes. Also, one thing over there, there's basically a skull with a bone. That's not good. It's lizard remains. You don't want remains inside your food stockpile, because that will actually start rotting really quickly. So I'll give you one more hint before I'm actually basically done with my everything I wanted to show. Again, this is just really the other basics I'm trying to explain here. It's nothing fancy at all. This is like the first 2 or 3 minutes once you're actually used to doing this. So yeah, I'm basically taking 40 times as long now by trying to explain stuff, which is kind of ridiculous in its own way. I basically want to create a stockpile, so I'm pressing P. Now I'm going to press refuse, R. And refuse is basically everything that's kind of a body and rotting around and bones lying around. You don't want that. You don't want that, especially not in your food storage. So yeah, we're basically going to place all the rotting and bones of dead animals around. As I mentioned before, the cats and dogs also kill vermin and stuff. So there's quite a lot of corpses just around, and you basically want to put them outside your settlement, because yeah, if something's rotting, you don't want to have your dwarves really be a part of it. You can actually place that really far away if you want, but I think I kind of place it around the corner normally. Normally I just place it there, I think, just out of the way, because there's still wind, and if the wind would be coming from the north, it would still kind of go into your settlement, so your dwarves would still complain of the smell. So that's still not good. Also, complaining of smell, let's quickly go check that. If you go to U for unit list, you can press enter. Actually, it's not enter.